This is Positive Impact Episode 3. I got the intro right this time. Reba, thank you for joining us. And if you want to start off with just like the overview of what you're up to, please.
So I'm Sean Madison. I'm the Director of Global Pet Food at Innovafeed, one of the global leaders of insect-based ingredient production. We are based in France, but why I don't have a really cool French accent like a lot of my colleagues is that we're expanding to the North American market in a big way by building what will become the world's largest insect production facility in Decatur, Illinois. So my job is to really build up our pet food business globally. We're primarily focused on Europe and North America now, but doing a little bit of work in South America and in Asia at the moment.
Fantastic. For the uninitiated, can you walk us through a little bit about the value props of like why do I feed my dog or cat insect?
So one, why insects? Insects upcycle every day. They eat a lot of different kind of feedstocks. They turn it into very high value proteins and oils naturally and efficiently. And so insects can be seen as this kind of like nexus point to solve both upstream issues in the agri-food chain as well as downstream issues. And I think the why the black soldier fly, the Hermetia illucens, or the insect that we've chosen, is for a variety of different reasons. The one, we make ingredients. So the nutritional profile of the black soldier fly is really critical. There's some unique factors to black soldier fly larvae ingredients, including the presence of antimicrobial peptides, the presence of lauric acid, a medium chain triglyceride fatty acid. That is why people use coconut oil for all sorts of health benefits. And then the presence of chitin, which is a fiber that can be used as kind of a sort of a prebiotic effect in animal nutrition. And so why Innovafeed? Innovafeed was started in 2016 by 3 French engineers that they thought they could really accelerate this industry and bring it to new scale, which created more meaningful impact and on the markets they wanted to serve in. And Innovafeed kind of coined this production model that we call industrial symbiosis, where we co-locate directly with our 2 key inputs of our production process. And our 2 key inputs are the feedstock required to feed the insects, and then the energy required to breed and then process those insects into these high performing ingredients. And our industrial symbiosis means we co-locate and actually connect our facilities directly to these sources of feedstock and energy. And what this looks like is pipelines actually connecting our facilities. We don't dry the byproducts from our partners. We just convey them directly into our facility still wet, which saves on two sides of things: the economics of drying and transportation, but also the environmental benefits of the avoidance of drying and transportation. And then on the energy side, we do something pretty cool that we capture what we call fatal energy or waste energy. That is essentially heat that would have dissipated into the atmosphere. And we use this via hot water to use about 60% of our energy needs at the facility, with the remaining 40% coming from a renewable resource. And so all of these things combined have like a variety of different advantages in the space. One is the quality and consistency of the end ingredients that we produce. Basically, insects are a classic case of you are what you eat. So if you have quality and consistency coming in, you're going to have high quality and consistency coming out. Our model guarantees 100% traceability. We know what's coming in. We have a very consistent supply, long-term contracts that feed that pipeline that connects our facilities, and we have very consistent output. In markets like the pet food space, that's highly technical from a formulation standpoint. It's really critical to deliver a consistent and quality spec. Number 2, we're able to scale in a very large scale. We partner with some of the global leaders in grain processing to leverage their byproducts and build our facilities next door. And so this allows for us to build what is currently the largest insect production facility in operation worldwide in Nel, France, and also what will become the world's largest insect production facility in the world in Decatur, Illinois.
I think the elephant in the room, do dogs like it? That's the question.
Dogs do like it. I can confirm. I can confirm personally, and I can confirm professionally. So we palatability is the most important aspect of pet nutrition always. If the pets don't like it and they don't eat it, it doesn't matter how healthy it is because they're not going to eat it. And so palatability is kind of paramount to everything that we do. So we've done numerous palatability trials with great success, where we've compared to controls, where we've compared kind of the acceptability as well. And I've actually personally tested palatability with my own dog George at home. So I have a little video that I can share with you that shows George comparing our Hilucia Protein blend that we made for one of these digestibility and palatability trials, compared head to head with a national leading brand. And this is very professionally filmed right here. This is my wife doing the Lord's work here. There's George. He's the star of the show. Um,
Looking great, thriving, looking for something coming out of that room. Ah,
yes, he definitely is.
very patiently waiting. I like that. He's a good dog.
And then here we go. We got the two bowl test. So on the right, there we go. Give a sniff of the national leading brand, and then bam, straight to the Hilucia protein.
Wow. George is
And he devours the entire bowl before moving on to the other one. So that's a little taste of my palatability 101 that I've done at my home. Um,
that's good. That's going to hold up. And I think we've got another tester who I think is very keen.
That's good. That's good. Well, we need to get a similar study. And yeah, the point is palatability is incredibly important. We've talked to pet parents from a consumer insight standpoint, and we know that palatability is number one. Nutrition is very much kind of up there, and we see the black soldier fly ingredients, or our Hilucia ingredients, as we call them at Innovafeed, as really kind of the way to kind of check off both of those boxes in a really big way, and then importantly to do so with very much environmental benefits as well. So that's kind of one of the key other differentiators of our model. Everything is kind of optimized to do things efficiently from an environmental and economic performance standpoint. And so we've published a life cycle assessment that shows our ingredients and how they compare to leading ingredients that we either seek to either replace or complement in our pet food diets. And we see at least a 50% reduction in carbon footprint, for example. So it's something we're very proud of. We just published our first impact report that kind of goes into that in detail as well. And we're really looking forward to kind of, as a supplier to the different markets that we serve, to partnering with great brands like Arch to kind of continue that sell story and talk about all the benefits from a nutrition, from an environmental stewardship standpoint, et cetera, all the way down to consumers.
I have to ask. All right, so obviously sustainability and proteins top of mind. What other trends do you see in the pet industry, or just even the consumer space that you're kind of vibing on? Like just speaking more broadly.
I think we see a lot of, trying to think, like from supplements and treats and that, like beyond just complete pet food. I think there's a lot of growth in those areas, and I think we're doing a lot more to address how Innovafeeds and insect ingredients and our Hilucia ingredients specifically can kind of play in that space. And people kind of know us as an insect protein company, as our Hilucia protein company, but we also produce really high quality insect oil. And the insect oil has some unique properties in things like soft chews as a very strong palm oil replacer. Palm oil has a lot of baggage with it, and we can come in and be, this more highly performant with a lot less baggage. Actually, none of that baggage. So I think that's a really interesting trend that we're exploring a little bit further at this point.
Cool. What say you to the folks who are anti-insect, just as a protein? And if you have a story, I'd love to hear if you've had any encounters, because I've had a few encounters.
What we've really learned is that people just don't know much about insect-based ingredients, and I think people are more eager to learn than I think I initially gave them credit for. So we've done a survey that's asked, point blank at the beginning of like, how likely are you to feed your pet food with insect protein? No other primers, no other disclaimers, no other caveats. And then we gave them some educational materials, and then we asked the exact same question at the end. And after a brief, less than 5 minute survey, 42% of people responded more favorably by the end of just having some really basic education about that. And I think that's the name of the game. I think pet parents at the end of the day want to do what's best for their pets. They want to do what's best for the planet. And when they realize what the benefits that insect ingredients and our Hilucia ingredients particularly have, um, I think it makes a lot of sense and checks off a lot of boxes.
Cool. With that, I'll let us wrap up. Is there anything that you want to plug?
I think the one thing that we're really excited about is like cracking the consumer. I kind of talked about this already, but no matter where we are in the value chain in pet food, the consumer is our customer. Even if we're not selling to them directly, we need to kind of create this value proposition that is appealing to consumers. And one of the things that we're really excited about is this new way of referring to our ingredients. We know that black soldier fly larva protein and black soldier fly larva oil can be a mouthful and sometimes a little bit scary to consumers. It sounds like, hey, that's not the way I would describe like this really performance, innovative ingredient. And so at Innovafeed, we've coined this new trademark called Hilucia. And Hilucia is a portmanteau of Hermetia illucens, the scientific name. And it's basically a new way to refer to the ingredient in a more consumer-friendly way. So instead of that black soldier fly larva protein, Hilucia protein, Hilucia oil. And something that we're really, really excited about with Arch is the ability to kind of put that label on the front of pack of the new diet. And so when you buy this new Smart Future formula from Arch, you're going to see that powered by Hilucia protein, and you're going to know that that protein source is good and high quality, and we're going to teach you all about it.
I love that we were able to plug it that way because I was gonna say like we're on that back. It's gonna be random.
Yeah, yeah, we're on that back, and yeah, I think we're really excited to be a part of the Arch story, and we just love the brand, the positioning, everything like that, and we're ready to grow with you all.
Cool. Excited to grow with you all too. My best to Georgie, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, Gabe. Appreciate it.